I'm running away from my past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. No blind, out of sight and out of mind. No standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the latest Elite FPL Saturday night stream with myself, Stevo. Yeah, what a day. What a day. I have found out literally 2 minutes ago that I am officially going to the Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest game with Mr. Reed. And this is all thanks to the kindness of others. So thanks to the kindness of James, the producer of FPL Juice. He randomly messaged me. In fact, I tell a lie. So when I listen to Streamception, I'm deliberately an hour and like let's just say an hour behind. I'd just deliberately be an hour behind. So it pretty much coincides with when I start work, I can then just listen to the stream. I just listen to the stream. So then that gets me into pretty much like the 12:30 kickoff, and I'm like halfway through the 12:30 kickoff, and then it's just straight into the second half of that game, and then it's straight into the 3 p.m. kickoffs. And as a commenter said on their stream, that basically Streamception for them is their soccer Saturday, and I completely agree. So during it, while I'm an hour behind, James, he deliberately did a shout out to me, and I went, did he just say my name then? So I just quickly gotta, that's me wanking, gotta press the button, rewind. So I just rewound it back and I went, comments, Steve-O comment, what the hell's this all about? So I was scrolling up, but because the stream had ended, it wasn't showing the comments in the live chat. So I'm thinking, okay, fair enough. I'm going to message him anyway because I wanted to know what the hell he was talking about. And I just see a message from him saying, look, I've got 2 tickets. Shut up, Flanders. And I'm like, really? Let me get back to you. Phoned up my mate, Mr. Reed, and he said he'd love to go. And so me and him are going to go down to Tottenham's ground tomorrow. It's mental. Honestly, it's mental. I genuinely can't believe that he's been that kind to give me tickets. He's unable to go to the game, so he's just kindly given them to me, and I'm very grateful for it, and I am taking this opportunity. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. I don't know if I'll be I may do some kind of vlog. If I can be bothered, but to be honest, I find sometimes doing content creation with like specifically with a friend, I just find it, I just can't do it. It's even when I'm at the FPL Juice studios, I find it, what I want to do is just take out my camera and just be like, hey James, Nick Ash, say hi. I just find it cringeworthy in the sense of I don't like doing it. And even if I go to like an FPL meets, what, you've been to 3 in fact, yeah, I just couldn't take my phone out and be just like doing the old look at me. I can't do it. So I've completely lost my trail of thought. Oh yeah, about vlogging. So I very much doubt I'm going to vlog anything unless Mr. Reed chooses to film me instead. I'll happily give him my phone and he can film me. Fine, brilliant. I ain't doing it. I ain't filming myself. Forget it. But you never know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And by pure coincidence, I've captained Son. So I went Son captaincy, but that's a big fail because Mr. Reed captained him. Nick from FPL Juice captained him as well. So that's 3 of the worst players in the history of FPL captaining Son. So he'll be blanking tomorrow. But I'm going to be going absolutely fucking apeshit if he gets a double-digit haul tomorrow, because this arsehole on screen here, Jason, look at that. That's Jason's team. Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland. How on earth Haaland is getting 2 bonus points? Someone explain to me. Not that I'm going to even bother reading the chat, but someone explain to me how Haaland gets 2 bonus points, please. I'm open to ideas. I don't get it. I generally don't understand how he's getting 2 bonus points. Kevin De Bruyne apparently was a complete new man today, by all accounts, according to TalkSport. They were just completely going on and on and on about how good he was today. But by all accounts, the match wasn't even that great. Apparently. So, yeah, Jason, I actually thought Jason may have got rid of Kevin De Bruyne today, but he didn't. He did a -4. He brought in 3 players because I thought he did a -8. But he didn't. He did a -4 because I forgot he had 2 blasted free transfers. And when I looked at the 3 players he took out, I was like, oh God. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. He took out Muniz, Saka and Senesi. And he brought in Gusto, Palmer and Isaac. I was thinking, Muniz, he's going to be in that really high scoring game between Fulham and Newcastle. How did that turn out? Fucking hell. Obviously, getting rid of Saka, with hindsight, I mean, he got a penalty and everything. I don't know how many bonus points he's getting. We'll get onto that in a minute. But out for Palmer and then Senesi out for Gusto. He is, as you can see, starting Gusto, got a good fixture. But I do genuinely expect Sheffield United to score. I think it's going to be a tough game. Did you say the Fulham Newcastle game could be the highest scoring game this week? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah. How did that turn out? 1-0, just like the history said. History predicted a clean sheet to probably, well, a team, but probably Newcastle. How did it end? Newcastle getting a clean sheet in a 1-0 win. Ugh. To be honest, I was a right miserable bastard before I came on here. Oh, that doesn't sound like you, Steve-O, but that was until I saw the tickets were confirmed for this match. Because obviously we had the Everton beating Burnley, so that's now the 4th time in 5 that Everton have beaten us. I think that's what now, 3 and 5, they've beaten us to 0 as well. And very, very, very disappointing apparently from Burnley today. Stupid. I mean, I'm going to probably watch the highlights at some point. Probably never. But I'll watch the highlights and I'll see Muric basically pass the ball out, hits Calvert-Lewin's shin, and it goes into the back of the net. Brilliant. Couldn't make it up. The player which has inspired confidence into the team and everything. But he is... The thing with Muric is that he is susceptible to mistakes, but if we were doing well like we were doing the Championship, it's just brilliant. We've lost 1 game, but we're still top of the league. We've got a 10-point gap between us and ironically Sheffield United. We've lost to QPR, fine, let's move on. But because we're at the bottom of the table, it's a 6-pointer, and we end up now being 7 points behind Everton. Yeah, it sucks. But look, I was expecting it to be a low-scoring ball draw. Ends up being 1-0 to Everton. Even on stream section, they were saying 0-0. You know, we are behind now Nottingham Forest, 6 points behind Nottingham Forest, and 9 points behind Everton. Everton are safe. They're fine now. So it really is down to who's going to go down between Luton, Nottingham Forest. Yeah, between Luton and Nottingham Forest. That's the truth of the matter. Nottingham Forest are going to lose tomorrow. That's not because I've captained Son. It's because they're shit. I was looking at it today. The only reason why I went Son, because I was looking at it today and I went, look, at home, you can laugh, but at home, Man United aren't actually that bad. They don't score many goals, but they don't concede many goals. They've only lost 5 times this season. They've drawn once. Liverpool, yes, away from home, they are very good. But this game I personally think is going to be quite tight. I know Mark Goldbridge thinks it's going to be an annihilation. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's just going to be a tight, I don't know. I've got it as 2-1. I do expect Man United to score tomorrow. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be like a 3-2, 3-1, something like that. In fact, whisper it quietly, I think Man United could actually win. I actually have this gut feeling, there's that word again, I have a feeling that Man United might actually nick something tomorrow. I don't know why, I just have this feeling that they could nick something tomorrow. But then there's the Chelsea game, and yeah, Chelsea, I saw a lot of people captaining Palmer, and I mean, is it because he scored a hat-trick last game? I bet it is. I bet you it is. I bet you if Palmer hadn't scored a hat-trick against Man United, then I bet you 50p that you'd have captained Salah if you had him, or Haaland if you had him. And maybe Son. I don't think Palmer would even be in your thoughts, but because he got a hat-trick against Man United, even if Palmer scored a goal, just a penalty against Man United, people wouldn't even be captaining him. He gets a hat-trick, got to captain him. Got to captain him. I see as predicted by myself, albeit I said about 5% chance. Was it 5% or 2%? I can't remember now. I said that there's a small chance that Foden gets benched today. Oh, he was benched. I was gutted he didn't come on though, because Dale of all people, Dale has Watkins, of course he has Watkins coming off the fucking bench. which is very frustrating. That's 13 points coming off the bench for Dale. And even more fucking annoying is Dale captain Foden as well. Dale even captain Foden. Fucking arsehole. So yeah, that's a bit frustrating from my point of view, from a rivalry. I mean, Jason's on 33, -4, what's that? 29 points. And then you factor in the fact that De Bruyne has got 3 points. There's 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, they're all there, 36 with Haaland. So he's got 36 points today. Jason has. But did his -4 work out? Only time will tell. But so far, Saka versus Palmer, we don't know how that's ended up, but certainly Saka, he got his goal today. He even got a clean sheet today. And he is going to get 2 bonus points alone. So that's what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's going to get 10 points. Can Palmer get 10 points? Yes, he can. Yes, he can get 10 points. And of course, Isaac coming in for Muniz. Obviously, that's 2 points versus 2 points. And then the other player, Gusto, coming in for... I've completely forgotten who it was. It's brilliant, isn't it? Gusto coming in for Senesi. So again, we don't know how that's going to go. But again, I do expect Chelsea to win. But I do think that Sheffield United have, as patronising as it sounds, is probably going to score a goal. But it does mean though that Jason is really set up quite well for next week. However, it's it's Real Madrid next for Man City. Real Madrid. And then, after that, it's Luton. And then is it Real Madrid following that? Let's have a quick look. Once this stupid thing decides to load up, which of course it doesn't when you want it to. There we go. Yes, then it's Real Madrid again. Then it's Tottenham. So... And then it's Chelsea in the semi-final. So that Luton game, there's a very good chance that Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne and Foden don't start. They don't need to, and it all depends on what happens in that Real Madrid game. If Real Madrid are winning in the first leg 2-0, do you really think Pep Guardiola is going to risk Haaland, De Bruyne, maybe even Foden against Luton? Forget it. So Jason could be in a bit of a pickle, and like I say, then they got Tottenham. Oh, it's postponed, isn't it? Damn, because they got the FA Cup. Okay, they got the FA Cup. Sorry, they got the FA Cup against thingy. Oh yeah, that's what I found out on FPL Juice as well. Official confirmation of the double game week in 35. Yeah. Chelsea and Spurs have got their double game week. Chelsea away at Aston Villa, at home to Tottenham. Spurs at home to Arsenal, at home to... and then away at Chelsea. And I was thinking, fucking hell, as David Brent says. Oh, fucking hell. Because I really wanted to go with Palmer triple captaincy for West Ham and Tottenham. I thought 2 home fixtures against 2 teams that are leaky defence is brilliant. Now they're playing an Aston Villa team who are very good at home and very good defensively. And then Spurs who, yes, alright, it's a home game, but bit frustrating. A bit frustrating because now I'm just like, now I've got a triple captaincy chip who I'm not using it in 34. Because I want to play the bench boost in 34, but I could potentially then play it in game week 35. But who am I going to have from Chelsea? I mean, nobody. You're a nobody. What? A nobody. Who are you? I don't know. Spurs asset. I'm going to have Son, that's about it. So I'm going to do the hokey cokey of Eze in for Son. Back out again for Son again. Right, it's just crap double game week. Absolute shite double game week, that. Anyway, Just quickly see what the people in the chat are saying. Carlo saying Palmer is guaranteed a blank now. Now that so many content creators are captaining him, I wouldn't go that far. Karma, why do you need to ask if 54 points he's taking the piss? You fell for it. You're a fool for falling for it. Who wins the league? I'm still going with Liverpool. I'm still saying Liverpool are going to win the league. Denver saying he's going to be bench boosting 34, wildcard in 35. Natasha saying good evening. Yeah, brilliant win for Arsenal. Very, very good win for Arsenal. In fact, exceptional win. Harry Dawson saying I might do Son out for Foden or Odegaard. Back to Havertz. I have for 2 frees. Keep Son for that Newcastle game. That Newcastle game is going to be goals, 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 my friend. Don't you even think about getting rid of Son. That's ridiculous. Injuries? What injuries are you on about, Nuclear Atoms? What actual injuries are you talking about? Manon saying I'm keeping Watkins was the highlight for me. Yeah. It's a frustrating one, that Watkins, because there was no, well, that's why people like Dale benched him. That's why people like Dale benched him, annoyingly. It's just like I say, it's just frustrating. Bloody hell, the game's updated quick. So as it stands right, this is just the points. Harbour Boys on 34, Harry Dawson 29, this is the YouTube chat league. Harry Dawson on 29. This is as I'm just reading it. FPL Harry on 33. I mean, I saw he had Pickford for fuck. And then John Harris on 34. I don't think that is the updated total. Yeah, it is the updated totals. 1181. Oh, that's his rank. Bloody hell, Harbour Boy, 1,181 first in the world. That is, that's incredible. Bloody hell, Dan's on 48 points. Oh, because he captain blasted Haaland, didn't he? And he had Watkins. But he benched... he actually had Dan Burn on the bench with the assist. Bloody hell, Dan had Haaland captain. Oh, we had Bailey, Watkins, Saka, Gabriel, Neto. Who is getting the bonus points in the Arsenal game? Havertz, Saka and Jorginho. I was thinking of bringing in Raya for my other goalkeeper, but he just doesn't get the save points, does he? So yeah, let's just quickly get through these games for a second. So yeah, Crystal Palace losing 4-2 again. Apparently it was a really boring game. De Bruyne with 2, Haaland 1, Rico Lewis with another, Edouard and Mateta. Bonus points will be De Bruyne with 3, Haaland 2, Rico Lewis with 1. Surprise result for me, and this is the surprise result. Aston Villa 3, Brentford 3, Watkins with 2 goals, Rogers with the other, Bailey, McGinn, Tielemans with the assists, and Burmo, Visa and Zanka with the goals for Brentford. Reguilon with 2 assists, and Damsgaard. The bonus points will be Watkins, Reguilon and Tielemans. Everton 1, Burnley 0. No assist, obviously, for Calvert-Lewin because Muric assisted him. Calvert-Lewin with 3, Coleman with 2, Mikalenko with 2, fucking Pickford with 2 as well. In the Newcastle game, Bruno Guimaraes with the goal, no assist in that game. He's getting 3 points, along with Dubravka on 2. Lewis Hall with 1. Luton annoyingly winning 2-1 and really giving their survival push a go. Clark and Morris with the goals. Berry and Woodrow with the assists. And Clark, Morris and Woodrow. No, sorry. Clark, Morris and Neto coming in with the bonuses there. Wolves West Ham. Alex Volos Sarabia with an 8 Nuri assist. I mean, he was brought down, wasn't he, 8 Nuri, and he was also taken off in the 55th minute. I'm assuming that was tactical. I can't imagine that being, because he came off for Cunha. So I'm assuming that was tactical rather than an injury. Let us know in the chat if that's not the case. A James Ward-Prowse goal from the corner. But yeah, Ward-Prowse, Paqueta or Paquetá and Sarabia with the bonus, and then obviously the game's just happened now. Havertz, Saka, Trossard, with Havertz, Jesus and Jorginho with the assists. Havertz 3, Saka 2 and Jorginho 1. And this is the thing for Harry Dawson. Havertz, I don't know if he sold him. I don't know if he just said he sold him or not. I can't remember. Let's just have a quick look. But it's those tiny little differentials for people like Harry Dawson that mean that they keep that. Oh, he's got Odegaard. When you get rid of her, what? I thought you had Havertz. Who was the person that had Havertz then in their team? There was somebody in one of our leagues that had Havertz. I can't see him on your sales out. Let's have a look. Oh, you did a wild card. Oh, right. Oh, there we are. Game week 29. Fucking hell, Harry Dawson. How many transfers did you do on your free hit? Christ almighty, that's like 400. Get a grip of yourself. But on that, I'm assuming that was either your wild card or free hit. But yeah, you got rid of Havertz for Maddison and you never looked back. In fact, why not just check when you did a... wild card in game week 30, 3 hit and 29. Oh, so you've actually used all your chips. Bench boost, triple captain, free hit. Wow, you've used all your chips. Okay. Oh, that could be a nightmare for you. Come towards the end. I mean, as it stands right now, you've got Gusto, Palmer, Son for the double 35. You'll have and Petrovic, and then you've got Braithwaite, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Richards, but he's not even expected back until the 27th apparently. So Gabriel, Van Dijk, Salah, Odegaard, Saka, Darwin, Henderson. As you got 8 double game week players. Obviously you've got 2 more game weeks to bring in whomever. But Henderson's a nice little differential. I mean, Nottingham Forest are shit, but at least he's playing for you. That's the main thing that we have to take away from this. But yeah, with I mean, the gap between John Harris and Madeline Tudor is down to 3 points. Brendan Lee Saunders is also there, and Michael Swedin. All these guys are very, 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 very... It's all very tight picked. It's really... FPL Harry is the one which... It's kind of got that little gap now, and he's got left Gusto, Diaz, because he brought in Diaz, didn't he, today? Gusto, Diaz, and he also captained Salah in the end. I saw that in the end. He captained Salah, so... You're correct. I'm saying that double. Oh, you got double Everton clean sheet. That's brilliant. Well done. That's very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Today saw Richards being red flagged, so transfer him out for Braithwaite before the deadline. Now ain't Nuri got a calf injury. Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Don't worry about that. Harry Dawson did a free hit. Yeah, I've worked that out, yeah. Matt Smith has said he's captain Werner. Werner? I'm just really hoping that... really, really praying that Son comes through tomorrow. I was just looking at it. I'm just like, look, the reality of the reality of the situation is that Nottingham Forest are terrible. I just looked at it on whoscored.com, and as I said last night, they were just, all they do is concede goals, lots of goals away from home. They're crap away from home. Son seems to do all right at home. I'm just going to captain him. That's it. That's all it was based on. And I just have this gut feeling it's going to be ending 3-2. And I just have this thing written in the stars that, I mean, now I'm actually going to the game again, thanks to James from FPL Juice. That, I mean, could you imagine Son getting a double-digit haul and I then start really climbing the ranks? I mean, for me, I'm on a terrible week so far. I mean, admittedly, it's so far. I'm on 23 points. But Flecken did fuck all today. He did absolutely nothing today. And I just was really hoping he'd get me at least a save point, but apparently, what's his face? Aston Villa didn't really have that many shots on goal, to be honest. So yeah, I've still got, I mean, it's the same players really. It's just the Sun captaincy is the differential in the team. That's it. There's nothing else differential about it. Obviously having 8 Nuri coming through. But yeah, I'm on 23 points. Jason's beat me by, so far, 23, it's something like 10, 15 points or whatever so far. But the majority of Jason's team has actually played. The majority of his team. Not all. But all his, in fact, I'm pretty certain when I looked at Jason's team, he's got Gusto, that's it. So it's Gusto, his one differential on me, that's it. Everyone else is exactly the same for him. And it's the same with, you know, when I looked at Dale's team, I mean, Dale, fucking, Dubravka in goal. One differential. He's got Bradley. Then we've got Maddison. We've got Palmer captain, because that's going to be his vice. And Watkins coming off the blasted bench. So Dale's probably going to be overtaking me tomorrow. He is, well, yeah, he's definitely going to be taking over me no matter what. Dan has just absolutely battered me today. And it is, like I said, it's the Watkins, isn't it? Watkins and Bailey doing the damage for Dan. And Sai on me has got Kellier, Poro. I can see Poro doing quite well. Sorry. Oh, that's it. He's got Kellier and Poro on me. He had his captain today, Haaland. So Haaland captaincy came through. I just missed that. Haaland captaincy coming through for him. But it's really down to who people have got coming off their benches now for Foden. I did see that Triggerlips wasn't happy with the deadline team leaks again, which I have to admit, if you're able to get online, you know, what was it, 20 minutes before deadline or whatever, then 20 minutes before the FPL deadline, you win. And there are people that take advantage of it, and that's why I think next season it's just going to come into the deadline. Hence why the FPL challenge is trying it at the moment. It's just all about that. Yeah, there we are. You see, animations found out about Foden, and but then again, it wouldn't really matter, would it? Because you wouldn't have done that move fully. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. To be honest with you, there's nothing more I can add really. You know, today's been pretty meh. All I care about now is tomorrow, really, where ironically I won't even be able to watch the Man United game because it's going to take me. It takes me about an hour to get to Camden to meet Mr. Reed, so it's going to take me an hour to get there. I'm going to be wanting to. Well, I don't even know what Mr. Reed's going to be doing. Christ, because the game kicks off at 6, drinks at 6, but quiz at 7. So I won't even be able to watch the Man United Liverpool game. Brilliant. I'm going to have United stand on. Listening to it on the Elizabeth line. Yeah. And of course, with Liverpool, Salah captainers, and then the Chelsea game with Palmer captainers, and of course, it's going to be really. I don't even know where I'm sitting, actually. I'm going to be sitting. Let's find out where I'm actually going to be. So let's go into my email account and find out exactly where I'm actually going to be sitting, because I don't actually know directly where I am. So it is going to be in block 511, row 17. I'm sure there's probably a map somewhere which tells you where it is, but yeah, block 511, row 17. So yeah, that's going to be a very, very interesting game, because I have been to Tottenham's ground. Well, I used to go there. I say used to go there regularly. Like, I used to watch them. I didn't used to watch them. I just would just went to see the stadium a couple of times being built. So it's going to be really interesting to see this brand new stadium. I know, obviously, it's going to be a magical spectacle. Looking at it. Oh yeah, let's just quickly go through that for 2 seconds. Thank you for reminding me, Denver. The Super Cup, just quickly, because it is the round 16 at the moment, and the first round of matches have been played. It's automated, all thanks to Firetog. I forgot to shout Alex Volo as well for the thumbnail. Again, thank you to Alex Volo for the thumbnail today. Great work as ever. And yeah, Firetog with the Super Cup. So I'll just quickly go through to see how it is going right now as we speak, because it is quite literally live updated as we go through the matches and whatnot. So once it loads up, we'll be able to get on with it. So in the round 16, right now, as it stands right this second as I speak. So, goodness sake, Zvonka is beating Danny today by 12 points, which means that Zvonka is now 93 points to 82. JR is now losing out to Karma Baby, despite Karma Baby taking a -4. JR's only got 20 points today, so I'm going to deliberately look at his points. But as it stands right now, Karma Baby's on 96, JR's on 81, but JR's only on 20 points. What's his team today then? Let's have a look. So JR's team is... Oh wow. Huh? How couldn't you get 0 points today? Oh, we got a yellow card. So he's got Diaz, Petrovic, Palmer, Sun Captain. Oh, God. Well done, Karma Baby. You're going through then. So Petrovic, Sun Captain, Palmer, Diaz left to play. Okay, fair enough. I don't know how that helps you, Karma Baby, but despite Denver taking a -4, in fact, Denver, he's taken a -12 over 2 weeks, and he's still beaten Peter Scullion. 101 points to 85. He's getting 40 points today versus 34. It's very tight between Frenchie and Harry Dawson. 86 points to Frenchie, 83 points to Harry. Emil Smith Joe, I mean, he's got like a 23 point lead over Simic. We then have Cool K, who is only 6 points behind Federaza. Cy Bellamy is 9 points ahead of Plastova in a bloody hell, both not doing great today. And unfortunately, Ayush is not having the greatest of games against Harbour Boy. Only 18 points to 18 points. Let's have a look. 102 points versus 82. It looks like Harbour Boy's probably going to go through. Ayush is going to need a miracle. I mean, overall rank, this is crazy. Ayush is 3,600th in the world and Harbour Boy is 1,100th. But he's got Petrovic, Gusto, Palmer, Son, Salah, Darwin left. And he captains Salah. Wow. He's got Garnacho, Udogi and Eze and Raya on the bench. Wow. Bloody hell, that's a lot of players still left to play. And then the final matches, and that was the final match. So yeah, good luck to all you guys that are still participating in the Super Cup. Oh yeah, nuclear atoms, 100% guaranteed that FPL Harry brought in Diaz. Gary B saying I'm third in the old YouTube Members League. As much as you may care, I couldn't care less. It's dead. In fact, I think I've even deleted it from my system, to be honest, because it doesn't exist anymore. So once that is removed, so soak it in while you can, Gary, because that does not exist anymore. Nuclear saying Volo was total anti-FPL today. Captain Solanke benched. Watkins excited to see his next move. I feel sorry for him today because apparently the game between Bournemouth and Luton, Bournemouth should have been 5-0 up at half time. Genuinely. But it's football. Nick of FPL Juice is seeking attention. This is now the third time I've read this message. Well done. Was I the only one who thought Watkins was out this week? Yes. Quite literally the only one. Nick, you've joined me as I'm about to leave. I don't know if you're aware or not, but I'm going to repeat myself. James has kindly donated his tickets because he's unable to go to the Tottenham game tomorrow, so he's kindly donated them to me. So me and Coyle, me and Mr. Reed are going to go to the match tomorrow. So I'm really grateful. I've also messaged him and everything. I'm really grateful that James has kindly donated that. Yeah, it's really weird how he did it as well. Because I know you don't watch Streamception. He basically just said in the microphone, but off air, as in Ash and the other guys couldn't hear what James was saying, but the audience could, and he just basically said, I was listening on an hour behind, so I was listening on the replay essentially, and I just heard James say, Steve-o, look at the comments, but because I was an hour behind, the comment section then didn't show. So I messaged him like, what the hell's this going on about? But he'd already messaged me saying, do I want to go to the match? And I'm like, let me get back to you. And yeah, Mr. Reed accepted. So yeah, brilliant. If it wasn't going to be Mr. Reed, I was going to ask Steve if he wanted to go, which would have been absolutely, we should have been my mate Coyle. All right, Coyle, how's it going? I think you're taking it literally, nuclear atoms. Am I right to assume that Tangent was created just for Nick to rebel against Streamception? No, I think you're taking that too literally. The joke. In fact, Nick, this is an exclusive. I did this on Patreon, but I'll tell you now. Tomorrow's going to be my last Total Steve-o official proper Series 1 until the season ends, because I just can't do the podcast anymore. It's impossible. Well, we're at the serious end of the season, so there will still be bonus Total Steve-o podcast, but tomorrow I've got this ridiculous, and it is mental, the sketch that I've come up with in my head regarding you and Tangent for the Patrick Stewart episode. I wanted to kind of play around with it now, but let's just put it this way. It involves Yelena. Of course it involves Yelena. All her clothes fall off? Yeah, well, good luck with that. I actually really enjoy doing the sketches of FPL Juice on the Extras podcast and just taking the piss. to the point of where I don't even know if I've come up with some genius idea or not. It will go something like, you see me on Tangent. Yeah. I play a Piers Morgan type character. Yeah. I just love it. Andy Millman in that scene is phenomenal because he plays it so straight. And I'm interviewing Yelena, and all of a sudden all her clothes fall off. All her clothes fall off. Is your Tangent episode just mainly about tits and stuff and seeing people naked? Think about that. And I was doing a five-a-side tournament with FPL Juice, and I said, Yelena, you cannot run across the pitch, and all her clothes fell off. Yeah. Good. Anyway, good luck with that. You know, I've just wrote a YouTube channel. It's called Elite FPL. If you wanna send it off to anybody. Does it involve any nudity? Well, no, but well, it could do. I mean, I have to rewrite it all and everything, but anyway. Fucking mental, absolutely mental. It's not Harry. Magic's Matt Smith. I have no idea what that. I know you're referencing something. Magic Spectacle. It's not Harry Potter, mate. Just to quickly explain that before I go off air. You have 2 seconds to explain that. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting tomorrow. Basically, I've predicted a tight game between Man United and Liverpool. I am expecting Liverpool to just about get through, but honestly, if Man United win, I would not be surprised. Sheffield United versus Chelsea again. I wouldn't be surprised if Sheffield United were to get something, but again, I expect it to be a tight game. And then Spurs Nottingham Forest. This is when this is going to be a tight game. It's going to end up being 1-1, isn't it? 1-0. 1-0. Some nonsense like that. Where the other 2 games are going to end up like being 3-3 or 3-2 either way, 4-2 either way, 4-1 either way. It's going to be absolutely crazy. No, Matt Smith isn't going to come back to me, so make sure you comment afterwards, Matt. Because I don't understand that reference whatsoever. Anyway, I've got to get out of here. As I always do that line, life's too short. But as ever, thanks as ever for tuning in. If you are brand new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. If you want to continue talking FPL with light-hearted, like-minded people, the Discord is there. You can chat in person in the Hangouts. I know FPL Matty's joined along in there. Animations is a new member to Discord, chatting with the people in the Hangouts. So yeah, you can by all means jump into there. And there we are, really. If you want to support us on Patreon, the Patreon is there as well. So on that note, I'm going to get out of here, and yeah, I will see you at some point next week. Cheers all.